Hi, everyone. Welcome to Disciples Path. My name is Emily. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. Today, I wanted to have a quick moment where I talked about a realization that I had while I was reading with my kids. We've been studying geology, and one of the questions that came up was something about the most important materials for life. And most people would tend to think of, oh, you need oxygen, you need um, light, you need, a variety of things in order for life to exist. And the point that this unit was making was that soil is one of the most critical materials for life. And I was like, yeah, most people wouldn't think of that. But they made the point that in order for plant life to exist, you need soil. You need something for the root to grab onto. And there are a lot of microorganisms and things like that that need soil in order to survive. And so I started thinking about that, and a scripture popped into my head. And I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. The scripture that popped into my head was this one from Genesis 3. And there are many other scriptures that refer to this concept as well. But today I just wanted to talk about one scripture real quick. And it's from Genesis chapter 3, verse 19. And in it, it talks about how human beings, when God is talking to Adam and Eve, he says that you are the dust of the earth. It says, dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. And that popped into my head, and I was like, okay, so when we tend to think of this scripture or others like it, we tend to think of being dust as meaning that we're low, we're worthless. Not really worthless, but that we are lower than anything else in the world, that we're lower than the plants, we're lower than the animals, we're the dust of the earth. But in this context where soil, dust, is crucial for life, in that moment I realized how important us being dust is. That life can't exist without us. And so I've been thinking about that all this morning. And as I thought about it, this idea sort of opened up to me that yes, we're dust. Without dirt, without dust, without soil, you can't have plants. And without plants, you can't have oxygen, and you can't have food for the animals. And so we're critical for life. And if you want to take this in a spiritual direction, we're critical for spiritual life. And what else is critical for life? Water is critical for life. And then that made me think of a different scripture from Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 13. When Christ is talking, and he says that they, meaning the people, have forsaken me, the fountain of living water. Christ is the water of life. We need the soil. We need the water in order for life to exist. And then I thought, what else do we need for life? We need light. So, 1 John chapter 1, verse 5. This then is the message which we have heard of him, and declare unto you that God is light. So we need, for life to exist, we need soil, we need water, and we need light. We need humanity. We need Christ. And we need God. And those three things bring about spiritual life and growth and eternity. I know that there's more to this metaphor that I just need to sit and think about, but it sort of blew me away, and I'm excited to dig more into this. What are your thoughts? I really think that this is important, and I really think that there's something to this. And I want to know what your thoughts are. Please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please like, please subscribe. Let's have this conversation and let's explore it, and let's nurture each other and help each other grow on this path of discipleship. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.